Good evening and welcome to TAPP Talk Live. My name's Phil, I'm from Tap Water here in Malta, and this is TAPP Talk Live number 62, and tonight we're talking about the 7 reasons to shower in filtered water. So welcome if you've just joined us. We're going to get into the actual content in about a minute and a half, but first we'll just wait for a few people to join us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. We're live on all those platforms at the same time. And we're here to talk about the 7 reasons to shower in filtered water. So I'm going to give you 7 reasons, and also we're going to have a look at the tap water shower filter product, which is here. And I'm going to show you how to fit it and things like that. Here's a tap. A bathroom mixer that we brought along especially for the occasion. We're going to show you how to fit it. And we've also got a slideshow of the things that are inside the filter so you can see exactly what it's doing. So thank you very much for joining us. If you would like to ask questions or make comments or just say hi that you're here, then please do so in whatever platform you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube and Twitter. You can, not on Twitter, but on Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube, you can put comments in there. And I hope you're a bit warmer than I am in Gozo. It's a little bit chilly here tonight. So thank you very much for joining us. Let's get started then. So the very first reason is because your skin and hair will feel great. And that's really because of some of the contaminants that we have in our water in Malta, such as chlorine, which is actually counted as a contaminant, even though it's added in the water on purpose to keep it safe to drink. Your public supply water, once it gets to you, will have chlorine in it, plus a few other contaminants. Depending on the state of the roads, the state of the pipes in your system, you may have things like rust, sediment, heavy metals, and even things like some kind of fungi and things like that in your piping system and stuff like that. So a shower filter removes all of that and filters all of that. And so therefore, in particular, the chlorine, which dehydrates your skin and can cause conditions in some people, not in everybody, can cause conditions such as eczema or skin rash or things like itchy scalp. So that's the very first reason, because your skin and hair feel great. Now, obviously, with these dreadlocks, I'm not a great advertisement for using filtered water, or maybe I am, I don't know. But I sometimes joke when I'm talking to people, look what it does to this, but that's not caused by showering in filtered or non-filtered water. But let's have a look at a second reason. A second reason is no eye irritation. In some people, chlorine added with hot water can give you eye irritation, in particular children and stuff like that, and younger people, or if you've got sensitive eyes. Excuse me, that was my tap water filter falling on the floor. I shall get that in a minute. So no eye irritation because your chlorine has been filtered out. Another one is no itchy scalp. So a tap water filter removes the chlorine, the rust, the sediment, the heavy metals and things like that. So if you have suffered from itchy scalp or just dandruff and stuff like that, then you may well find that this really improves the situation. And in fact, if we have a quick look at this slide here, let me just take that off the screen. This is what's inside your tap water filter. The first thing that's inside at the very top is the calcium sulfite, and that's for removing chlorine, in particular with hot water. You see, you know that we do water filters for drinking water. We have a range of water filters for drinking water, and about 3,500 households using that in Malta. However, cold water filtration is different to hot water filtration. It's a very different sort of thing. So the calcium sulfite is the first thing to remove chlorine. It's very good at that. And then secondly, you've got this material called KDF 55. This is an independently certified material that removes chlorine and fungi. And in particular, it is the only hot water independently certified material that is available. And it's in the ShowerPro filter. You've also got some mineral beads, and that is negative ionization of the particles in the water, which helps your skin feel nice and soft. And then you've got a lime scale inhibitor. We'll come to that as one of the 7 reasons for showering in filtered water. And each capacity, and we do talk about the capacity. It lasts 6 months, but I'll come to that in a minute. Now let's look at some of the things that people say about the ShowerPro filter. Let me make this a little bit bigger the other way, okay? So a lot of people are saying, and this is customers with authentic reviews, people notice there is a significant reduction in hair fall. That's one of the things claimed by this person. And we were talking about itchy scalp, a must-have for people with sensitive skin, which includes the skin on your scalp. It's very easy to install. My skin is softer, definitely recommend. Here's another one. I started using ShowerPro after noticing my hair turning dry and rough after living in Malta for several months, and I'm pleased with the results. Within a week, there's significant improvement. So that's what we're looking for, significant improvement for your skin and hair, eye irritation, and itchy scalp. So I'll just come back to some of those in a minute. We'll show some more in a second. One of the other things, the 4th reason for showering in filtered water is lime scale free cleaning. What that really means is you will notice with a ShowerPro, and what our customers also tell us, is that the lime scale that you get on the inside of your showering enclosure is almost eliminated or greatly reduced. And that makes life an awful lot easier for all of us, including me, who have tried to clean your shower enclosure and keep it clean, whether it's glass or perspex or whatever. It's quite a job, isn't it? And it also gets on your mixer. It makes it less shiny. It corrodes things and things like that. And you'll find that much reduced with a ShowerPro filter. Thank you, Eric. Eric says, I agree about the itchy scalp. It helped me a lot. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate that. It's great when customers, existing customers, come along and mention something. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We were on lime scale free cleaning. That's another big advantage. Saves a load of time. Also saves you money because you've got less cleaning materials that you actually used. We mentioned earlier about the high capacity filter. 40,000 litres one of these filters does. So this is the filter refill that you can see here. Let me get it in the camera. This is the filter refill. This is a used one. You can see by the little bit of rust and sediment that's appearing on the top there. So these are 40,000 litres, which is around 6 months in average use. I personally have used these filters for nearly a couple of years now. And on one occasion, I had it running up until 6 months in an apartment in Slima that had a really rusty tank. And so it used it up quite quickly. And I noticed that the capacity was coming to its end because the water started to reduce. So the water pressure started to reduce. In normal use, you would not find that the capacity the water flow is reduced a lot. But near the end of the capacity, when you're coming to the end and the filter's been used up, then you will find that the water is reduced and it's time to change the filter. So this is the 6th thing, get rid of rust and sediment. Absolutely. So if you've lived like I did in a place where you've got rust in the tank or in the pipes and stuff like that, this will filter that out, and also the sediment that's disturbed in the pipes when Water Services Corporation do the works and stuff like that. Please do remember, if you've joined us, if you want to ask any questions or make any comments, then very grateful for any questions or comments, and happy to answer them if it's questions and stuff like that. Now we get to the final one. It's really easy to install. And in fact, I'm going to show you that now. So I have a water filter right here. I have a ShowerPro, and I have a mixer. So here's the mixer. So this is just a standard bathroom mixer. What you'll find is that these fittings are nearly all the same. Most fittings they're all the same. We've not had that much difficulty with fitting to most mixers. Sometimes you've got to check the distance behind the mixer, because what happens when you're fitting it, let me just put it on the close-up camera, what happens when you're fitting it is it just screws on to the end of the mixer like this. Okay, so it's pretty easy to fit. Now, what you need to be careful of is getting it running on the threads correctly. I'm holding my mixer at an angle which doesn't help me, but once you find the thread, it fits on really well. Now, if you've got a mixer that doesn't have a huge amount of space here, then what you can do is you can actually get an L bracket, an elbow. It's what's known as an elbow. So it is a metal junction that either sits the water filter like that horizontally, or out there you can sort of angle it. So that you would use if you were short of a little bit of space at the back. But you'll see that the water filter itself is not very big. So if I show you, like, this would be the wall here, you can see that it is not taking that much space at the back, and so that it will fit most mixers. So that's how easy it is to fit. Now, at the other end, once you've got it attached, you just attach the hose on this end. This is the thing I threw on the floor earlier on, if you were shocked by that sound. So we're just attaching the shower head end, which is now here. So you're attaching the shower head end to this end of the filter. Now, you can also, if you want, attach it to this end of the shower head. So it's quite easy to do that. Here's the water filter. You're just putting it on the shower head like this. And I haven't screwed it all the way up, which you would do automatically. I'm not getting my camera angles right tonight, am I? And then you just fit it like that. So it is really easy to fit on the shower head. And some people will use it like that. It is probably more convenient if you can get it on your kitchen mixer, on your bathroom mixer. So at that end of the hose, fitted on the mixer. And it also comes in chrome. So here's the chrome box. This is a brand new one, straight out of the box. So this is the chrome, and you can see really that the only difference is the colour. This is how it arrives packaged. Unfortunately, they do have plastic around them. We aren't able to control that bit. I wish it didn't have plastic around them, but never mind. It does, and but you can put it in the recycling. But that's how the chrome one arrives. So we have both chrome and white, and they come in packs of with an extra filter for the year. So, would it be good for a place where there's already low water pressure? I cannot use the pump because of the noise it makes that disturbs the neighbour. What a great question. Thank you, Lucienne. The answer to that is try it. Okay, and the reason I say that is because tap water guarantees all our products. So both the water filters and the shower filter. You can try in your own home for 45 days, and then if you like it, you can keep it, and if you don't like it, we come and collect it and give you a refund. So you can use it, please do. 95% of our customers keep their tap equipment, both shower filters and the drinking water filters. So give it a good try, see what you think. And then and if it works with your pressure and it works for you, because some people will think that a particular house has got low pressure, and for another person it wouldn't be low pressure, it'd be okay. So try it for you. because it's a very personal thing. So just try it in your house and then see what you think. So that's an answer to that question. So we had some more people saying with their reviews. These are authentic reviews straight from the website. Really easy to use, made a difference. Prior to the filter, I used to get skin irritation, but the shower filter works as it hasn't happened since, which is great. The water shower filter is amazing. I can immediately tell the difference in the water quality, and it's so much softer on my skin and hair. I would recommend this product to anyone. And water is cleaner, no smell, no hard residue. So that's about the shower cleaning, I guess, the residue that you get on the taps and inside the enclosures. So if you have just joined us, please do ask any questions you've got about the ShowerPro or any other part of tap water filters, the drinking water filters, and I'll be happy to answer those. You can just ask the questions in the comments on either Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Yes, and Petra says, the best thing I bought in Malta. That's great. I was thinking, is the drinking water filter the best thing, or is this the best thing? I had issues with itchy and flaky scalp from water, and this made a difference from the first wash. But that's good news as well. And this is what I actually wanted to get to. That's why I was going through those. The full refund guarantee. So during the first 45 days, we collect it. Just try it. Let us know what you think. If it's working for you, then keep it. And you've got 45 days, so that's enough to tell whether it's making a difference for you or not. I actually have some itchy skin, especially in the summer with the heat and stuff like that. And I found that this helped, both with cold water showers and with warm water showers. So it depends. But the filters is, what makes it really different is the hot water filtration of chlorine. Because that's not actually that easy to do. It's not like our drinking water filters. It needs a different type of material, and we've got that inside the filter. And amazingly, it's the only filtration process for chlorine in hot water that has been independently tested, which I find quite interesting. So, comments, questions. Anything you would like? Oh, changing the filter. I could do that. If the changing the filter is actually quite easy. I'm going to get rid of this noisy pipe. Like that. So, if you're changing the filter, one of the things I found really easy to do is you just leave it attached. You don't have to take it off. So you've got it attached. You just unscrew here. Now, sometimes you find if you've been using it for 6 months, it might be a little bit difficult to unscrew. You take that top off. You take your filter out. Well, you're not taking that top off, actually. Sorry, that'll be fixed, won't it? You remove the bottom and take your filter out and then pop in a new one. Now, don't lose this thing that comes off with it. This is the seal. Very important not to lose that. Take that off. And then the best way I found to getting that seal in place is when you put your filter back into the bottom, so take your new filter out, stick it in the bottom casing like this, and then pop your seal over it, run it down a little bit so it's catching around the edges, and then this will be attached to your mixer. I nearly said kitchen mixer, I'm so used to talking about kitchen mixers. And then you just screw it up. Now that seal is really important because it settles in between the end of the casing and the filter. So it's really important to have that there, and you'll find that you'll be able to do it up tight and you won't get any water leaks out here. If you get any water leaks around the edge, it means you've got the seal in the wrong place, so just take it out and do it again. But the filter change doesn't take very, very long. If you find that it's a bit tight, occasionally, if it's been used for like 6 months and it's got hot and cold and hot and cold, you might find it gets a little bit tight. You can use a towel attached around the edge like this, and then you can get a grip to undo it. So, any questions from you? Please do ask any questions. The filters you change every 6 months, and they are €39 for two, €29 for one. Or you can buy a starter pack for €59, which has both a water filter for the shower and a spare as well. So you've got enough water there for a year. It does, in my experience, save money on shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that. I personally don't use, I try to avoid plastic with that kind of thing, so I use bar soap, bar shampoo and bar soap to avoid that, and I don't use conditioner. Excuse me. So, but I have found before when I was using it, and also with my kids and visitors and stuff like that, you can tell that you use less actual shampoo and conditioner because it doesn't have to, you don't struggle to make it lather because of the reduction of the lime scale and also because of the chlorine. So it's the water feels a bit softer because you're able to lather up more. So I hope that helps. So it has an environmental impact as well. Okay, so I'm happy to answer any questions. Sorry, I forgot to take that off. Happy to answer any questions you've got, either about this or our water filters, which are for drinking water, where our mission is to eliminate plastic bottles in Malta. For drinking water, especially now that you have to take it to those machines if you use plastic bottles and things like that. We do a range of water filters, so please do ask about that if you would like. I was interested to see how many comments we had on the Facebook event, because the one we did before about can you drink the tap water in Malta actually got a lot of comments and seems like quite a contentious issue sometimes. The can you shower in filtered water also appeared to be a little bit contentious in some respects, but it's like, you mean really? Seriously? But the thing is, for people who have itchy scalp and skin or are worried about that or are sensitive, actually it's a huge thing. And that we can tell by the reviews that you get. So yes, for some people, I wouldn't bother, you'd be thinking, you wouldn't bother, it'd be perfectly all right, you just shower in the normal water. But for other people, actually it's a big thing. And so this shower filter, according to the feedback from our customers, is well worth a try because it reduces that skin irritation, the itchy scalp, and the cleaning attempts on the shower enclosure. And for some people, that would just be enough, just that, right? So if you've got any comments or questions, please do ask any comments or questions you've got. That's all I've got to show you on the shower filter at this stage. We introduced it about nearly 2 years ago. It was the second product that we introduced, and quite a high percentage of our water filter customers have shower filters also, which is great, and we're looking forward to having a few more people also. Okay, so an interesting question. I haven't read it all, so let me read it as well. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you being here. I know it's a strange question, but for some example, the ShowerPro and EcoPro filtration is the same. Okay, for example, can someone use the filter from the ShowerPro for drinking water? I have both, just a question I was thinking. It's an interesting question, actually, I think. And yes, I have tasted the shower water when it's been filtered. And yes, it does taste better because it hasn't got chlorine in it. The answer to the question on this is the actual type of filtration is quite different. So the EcoPro water filter has 5 stages in it, and the chlorine is removed by adsorption. Adsorption is when things stick to the surface. Let me just grab a water filter. Always got one handy. So this is an EcoPro water filter like this. This is actually what's inside. This is activated carbon. Okay, so that's different to what the material that's inside the ShowerPro. So this material, the way the chlorine is removed from your drinking water when it's cold is adsorption. In other words, the chlorine ions stick to the surface of the activated carbon because it's hydrophobic. So it rejects water, the activated carbon rejects water and attracts other ions such as heavy metals, nitrates, all that kind of stuff, plus chlorine. Now, the other way that it's reduced as well, or the other way the filter works is as there are pores. So there's pores in the water filter. So activated carbon is brilliant because it has pores between up to 2 microns. So what makes that interesting is that it has different types of pores, different sizes, which removes different things. Again, heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, all that kind of stuff that you might get in water, antibacterials, pharmaceuticals, all that kind of stuff, removed by the varying different types of holes. Now, that's totally different to what we were showing before, which is this item here. So this doesn't have any activated carbon in it. It's got calcium sulfite. It's got KDF 55, which is kind of like the materials that are used inside there, or the treatment. It's removing chlorine, heavy metal, and bacteria, and it's a mixture of components that has also got brass in it and all sorts of things. So it's quite different from the cold water filtration, which is from this one. So, could you use it for drinking? The answer would be not recommended, because a shower filter is also coming from the hot water. Could you put it on the cold water and then use it? Not recommended, because this is removing 100 plus contaminants, whereas the ShowerPro is tested for chlorine and lime scale and fungi and bacteria. Okay, now we don't have a big issue with bacteria in Malta drinking water, but there are other contaminants that you would want certainly less of and to be reduced, like, for instance, chlorine, THMs and stuff like that. And this filter deals with that much better. We've been asked also if you can use it in the garden, the shower filter. And in fact, a while ago, I did have a test on a garden tap. You need a special adapter, which is 3/4 to 1/2 inch, or another type of adapter, depending on what kind of kitchen tap you've got, and then attach a hose mixer on the end and then water the plants with it. Could you do that? Yes, you could. I did try it. I had a few leaks because I've got multiple adapters and stuff like that. A little bit of DIY plumbing and you can get to that event. Is it important? Actually, I don't use one at home. We're growing vegetables in the garden here in Gozo, or sometimes with the weather we're not growing them because they get destroyed by the wind. And we use the water straight out of the tap for that. Bearing in mind that it's your water, when you're watering the plants, has probably been sat in the tank for a while, so it does have lower levels of chlorine in it because it's sat there. That's also the same with the question about can you drink the tank water if you were using it. The answer would be you'd want to avoid that because of bacteria building up after the chlorine has gone out of it, depending on how long it's sat there, and also because you're running it through a hot water tank, which is a great breeding ground for bacteria, so you probably want to avoid that. That's a really super question, though. That question was, is the filtration the same? And the answer is no. Can you use the ShowerPro for drinking water? I suppose the technical answer is yes, you could, but no, you wouldn't. If that makes, I hope that makes sense. So thank you very much, Eric, for that question. How about anyone else? Anyone else got any questions? We're coming up to half an hour. I'm happy carrying on if you've got some more questions. I would like to say that if you use the code LIVE15 on the website is tapwater.mt. You can go there and you can get yourself a shower filter. They are in stock, and you can save yourself 15% with the code LIVE15. There's also a quiz on there which sorts you out with the best drinking water filter for you at home. And if you don't like online shopping, then you can contact me on 35699866142, and you can also send a picture of your mixer if you want to check that it anything fits on there, like a water filter on your kitchen mixer or a bathroom mixer. And we can also do cash on delivery or BOV mobile to mobile. And we'd arrange that on WhatsApp if you don't like the online shopping. But the online shopping is easy for most people. And finally, to say that we're online 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. We're online for support. You can get a chat window from the website, also WhatsApp, also email, and you can contact us. And if you, that's about, I was just looking at any other things. That's about all I can share with you currently. Last call for any questions or comments, if you'd like. I'm really pleased. Thank you very much for both the questions, Lucien and Eric, that you've asked. It's really great when we get questions from both existing and new customers. I'm really grateful for them. So if there's not any other questions, I would like to thank you for being here and see you next time. We are live most Monday evenings at 7 o'clock, and you'll see it go out on Facebook when we're live. And I would like to say thank you very much. And I'll see you next time.